Yo, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be making some hand-painted t-shirts.
Usually rhyming this way, you can find me. Ain't no wrong team, but the crew behind me. Fake friends kill me, but the truth divide me. Winning despite the fact you despise me. All I do is rep the homies, homie. I don't listen to birds, you gotta show me. You ain't talking money, then you talking shit.
Stuff that you need. I went to a wholesaler and I bought this screen printing ink for like 30 bucks and it's a liter, so it's never going to run out. So I picked up a blank shirt from Kmart for $5. I used bulk bulldog clips to pull the shirt tight. Cut this piece of cardboard so I had a flat surface to use. I got a sharpened pencil to sketch my design onto the shirt. So I started ironing the shirt as it was a bit creased. So ironing shirts isn't my strong point. I usually walk around rocking the crinkled look. But one tip I do know is if you want to stop the shirt from creasing itself when you're ironing, wrap it around the board like this. So once I ironed the shirt, I clipped it onto the piece of cardboard and made sure that it was tight using the bulldog clips. I put a drop sheet down so I didn't get screen printing ink all over my table. And I made sure that my IKEA pencil was nice and sharp. Then I started just lightly sketching up the design onto the shirt. Popped the lid on that supersized bucket of screen printing ink, and then I started to paint it on. I made sure I didn't have too much ink on the brush. When you're painting this ink on, it's very thick. So you can use a bit of water to make it easier to apply the ink. The problem is though, when you use water, it becomes less opaque. So the finish isn't thick like screen printing ink usually is. It looks washy. So I figured after painting this for a while that it's better off to keep the paint not so thinned out with water, just adding a tiny bit if I ever used it. Then I started to slowly and carefully paint my design onto the shirt. I just freehanded it and I was just making up an easy design, just drawing a skull. I kind of fucked it up a bit because I added all this extra shading in, which I don't know what I was doing really. I was kind of feeling weird because I was filming it and doing it at the same time and it all kind of went pear-shaped, but I got something in the end to demonstrate in this video. So I finished painting it on, then it was time to sit back and listen to some music and wait for it to dry. So the design wasn't 100% dry, so I just started to dry it with the iron, holding it really close to the ink, and that kind of worked to speed up the drying process. Then I ironed over the ink to make sure that it doesn't come off when washing. I did kind of fuck it up in a way where I was watering out my brush and I flicked some water with ink all over my shirt. So I just didn't iron that and I'm just hoping that it washes out. It was pretty thinned out, so it could work. I would recommend keeping your design pretty simplistic, as making anything complicated and painting it with this method would be really hard, or making a stencil to give it clean edges. So if you like to draw and paint, this is a pretty fun way of making your art wearable. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next video.